Welcome to the MOTO Freak channel. Greetings to all viewers, subscribers, supporters. So to the point, the Mercedes-Benz M273 is a V8 gasoline engine that was produced from 2005 to 2015. It's a larger, 8-cylinder counterpart to the M272 V6 engine, sharing many of its design principles and, unfortunately, some of its common flaws. The M273 was widely used in a variety of larger Mercedes-Benz models, including the S-Class, W221, E-Class, W211, W212, CLS Class, W219, CL Class, C216, ML Class, W164, GL Class, X164, and R Class, W251. It succeeded the M113 V8 engine. History and versions. The M273 engine, like the M272, features an aluminum block and heads, DOHC, dual overhead camshafts, with 4 valves per cylinder and continuously variable valve timing on both intake and exhaust camshafts. It also incorporated features like a magnesium intake manifold and an electronically controlled cooling system. The M273 engine came in 2 primary displacements. M273 E47, 4.7-liter and 4,663 cubic centimeters. Bore and stroke: 92.9 millimeters times 86 millimeters, 3.66 and times 3.39 in. Power output: typically around 250 kilowatts, 340 PS and 335 horsepower at 6,000 RPM. Torque: 460 Newton meters, 339 lb-ft at 2,700 to 5,000 RPM. Applications: often found in models like the GL450, X164, and S450, W221. M273 E55, 5.5-liter and 5,461 cubic centimeters. Bore and stroke: 98 millimeters times 90.5 millimeters, 3.86 and times 3.56 in. Power output: typically around 285 kilowatts, 387 PS and 382 horsepower at 6,000 RPM. Torque: 530 Newton meters, 391 lb-ft at 2,800 to 4,800 RPM. Applications: common in models like the E550, CLS 550, S550, ML 550, CL 550, and SL 550. Review and opinions. When operating correctly, the M273 engines are generally praised for their strong performance. The V8 configuration provides ample power and torque, making large Mercedes models feel effortless and powerful. Smoothness and refinement. Like most Mercedes V8s, it offers a high degree of refinement and a satisfying exhaust note. Reliable core. Apart from the specific known issues, the fundamental block and rotating assembly are generally robust. However, its reputation is significantly marred by a critical design flaw shared with its V6 counterpart, the M272, leading to mixed opinions on its long-term reliability. Advantages: powerful acceleration, ample horsepower and torque for brisk acceleration and confident overtaking. Refined operation, smooth and quiet, contributing to a luxurious driving experience. V8 sound, a desirable characteristic for many enthusiasts. Good highway cruising, provides effortless power for long distances. Disadvantages and faults and breakdowns. The M273 engine is notorious for a few significant and often expensive problems, largely mirroring those of the M272 V6. Idler gear sprocket wear, timing chain issue. Affected models, primarily M273 engines manufactured between 2005 and 2008, up to engine serial number 2739 XX30 468,993. Cause: similar to the balanced shaft issue in the M272, a specific idler gear sprocket, which guides the timing chain, was made of a softer material that wears prematurely. This introduces slack into the timing chain. Symptoms: Check engine light, CL, with fault codes related to camshaft and crankshaft correlation, e.g. P0016, P0017, P0018, P0019. Rattling noises from the engine, especially on cold start, rough, idle, misfires, reduced power. If not addressed, the timing chain can jump, leading to catastrophic engine damage. Rectification. This is a major and expensive repair, often requiring engine removal to replace the worn idler gear, timing chain, tensioners, and potentially the camshaft adjusters. Costs can run into several €1,000s and dollars. Intake manifold swirl flap failure. Cause: the plastic components, actuator arms, internal linkages of the variable intake manifold swirl flaps are prone to breaking due to heat and oil vapor exposure. Symptoms: check engine light, CL, with codes like P2004, P2005, P2006, P2007, related to intake manifold runner control, reduced power, rough idle, and sometimes whistling noises. Rectification typically requires replacement of the entire intake manifold, as the individual plastic parts are often not sold separately or are difficult to repair reliably. Aftermarket metal repair kits exist, but replacement is the most robust solution. Oil leaks from camshaft adjuster solenoids and magnets. Cause: the O-rings on the camshaft position sensors, also called magnets or solenoids, degrade and leak oil. Risk: this is a critical issue. The leaked oil can wick through the wiring harness via capillary action directly to the engine control unit, ECU, causing extensive and very costly electrical damage to the ECU and other sensors. Rectification: replacing the O-rings or the entire magnet is relatively inexpensive as a preventative measure. It becomes significantly more expensive if oil has already migrated into the wiring harness and ECU. This is a must-check item. Thermostat failure. Cause: the electronically controlled thermostat can fail, getting stuck open, engine takes long to warm up, or closed, engine overheats. Symptoms: incorrect engine temperature readings, reduced heater performance, check engine light. Rectification: replacement of the thermostat. Oil cooler seal leaks. The seals for the engine oil cooler can degrade, leading to oil leaks, often noticed by oil residue on surrounding components. Vacuum pump leaks. The vacuum pump, typically at the back of the cylinder head, can leak oil. Crankshaft position sensor, CPS, failure can cause intermittent no-start conditions, stalling, or extended cranking. Fuel consumption. As a naturally aspirated V8, the M273 engine's fuel consumption is on the higher side compared to modern turbocharged six-cylinder or smaller engines. 4.7 liter typically ranges from 11 to 15 liters per 100 kilometers, approximately 16 to 21 miles per gallon US, combined. 5.5 liter, generally around 12 to 16 liters per 100 kilometers, approximately 15 to 19 miles per gallon US, combined. Real-world figures will vary significantly based on driving style, vehicle weight, and driving conditions, city versus highway. Expect higher consumption in urban environments. Timing. The M273 engine utilizes a timing chain system designed to be maintenance-free for the life of the engine. However, the critical idler gear sprocket wear, as detailed in the faults section, directly affects the timing chain's integrity and can lead to its premature failure or skipping. This means that while there's no specified replacement interval, proactive inspection and addressing any rattling noises or fault codes are crucial. Replacement of the idler gear, timing chain, and related components can be a substantial undertaking. Oil type and change interval. Oil type. Mercedes-Benz mandates the use of fully synthetic engine oil that meets specific Mercedes-Benz approvals. For the M273 engine, the primary approval is MB 229.5. Viscosity grades, such as SAE 0W, 40, or 5W, 40, are commonly recommended. Using oil that precisely matches the MB 229.5 specification is vital for proper lubrication, especially for the variable valve timing components, and to help prevent sludge buildup. Oil capacity. The M273 engines typically hold around 8.5 liters of engine oil. Always confirm the exact capacity in your vehicle's owner's manual. Change interval. Mercedes-Benz generally recommends an oil change every 15,000 kilometers, approximately 9,000 to 10,000 miles, or annually, whichever comes first. This aligns with their service and service B intervals. However, due to the engine's known sensitivity to oil quality and its role in the idler gear and timing chain issues, many independent Mercedes specialists and experienced owners strongly advise more frequent oil changes, typically every 8,000 to 10,000 kilometers, 5,000 to 6,000 miles, or every 6 months. This helps to maintain oil quality, reduce wear on timing components, and prevent the formation of sludge. Always use a high-quality, genuine Mercedes or OEM equivalent oil filter with each oil change. Overall, the Mercedes-Benz M273 V8 engine offers impressive power and refinement, making it a desirable choice for large, luxurious Mercedes models. However, its long-term ownership can be significantly impacted by the infamous idler gear sprocket issue, which can lead to very costly repairs if not addressed in time. The intake manifold swirl, flap problem, and oil leaks from the camshaft magnets are also common concerns. If you're considering purchasing a used vehicle with an M273 engine, it is absolutely essential to determine the engine serial number to check if it falls within the affected range for the idler gear issue. Engines produced after late 2008 usually have the revised part. Request detailed service records for any evidence of past repairs related to the timing components or intake manifold. Conduct a comprehensive pre-purchase inspection by a knowledgeable Mercedes-Benz specialist. They should specifically check for rattling noises, diagnostic fault codes, especially related to timing or intake manifold, and signs of oil leaks, particularly around the camshaft magnets and wiring harness. Proactive and diligent maintenance, especially with more frequent oil changes using the correct MB-approved oil, is key to mitigating risks and ensuring the longevity of an M273 engine. Thank you for watching the video, and I invite you to subscribe to the MOTO Freak channel. Greetings to everyone, and see you in the next episode. See you soon.